you're in high school, or you're in college, or even your place of work, and you're trying to fit in. You're trying to have friends who seemingly look good and they seem to have a good life. They seem to be real cool to hang out with, and you feel like you have to be around them. It's a Friday and the week is over, and just as usual, people saying thanks God it's Friday, and you all go hang out and you wonder, should I stay home, do some things that I love? Should I just stay home and improve on myself or on my other skills? Or should I go hang out with my friends? You get split into these two directions and you wonder which to take. And it happens in all stages in life, mostly in high school, when you start seeing your friends smoking, others hanging out, kissing their girlfriends, going for games, and you know very well you are different. Maybe you are born to be a scientist and all you're thinking about is science. Maybe you're born to write poetry or rap music, and anytime you feel like you are not doing anything to do with school, you want to do your music or whatever it is that you feel you're gifted at. But you get split, and you also want to hang out with the other kids who are smoking, who are hanging out, who are wasting a lot of time. But you realize that you have a choice to make. In college, it happens the same way. In the universities, it happens the same way. And also at work, even as adults, sometimes you want to hang out with your friends out in the pub every evening, or maybe on a Wednesday evening, but really it's not the most important thing you can do. Fitting in is not so important. Trying to fit into a clique or a group just to be comfortable is the wrong thing to do. You should know that you're an individual that walks by himself or herself. You're a person, and whenever you do something good or bad with other people, you will share the fruits of it. If you do something good with other people, you'll share the glory of it. But if you do something crazy, you will suffer the consequences with them. And sometimes you will not suffer the consequences with them. You will suffer the consequences alone. So at the end of the day, you are alone at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when everything happens and all that hype is over, you go back and you lay back on your bed and you're alone. And if you have to face a court date on Monday, these kids or these guys in high school or college will not be with you. They'll just wish you well. Some of them are born fortunate. Maybe they have very wealthy parents or very well-connected parents. So if they have to go to court on Monday, it might be easier for them. But you as yourself, depending on where you're coming from, you have an obligation to make sure that you take responsibility of yourself. Don't let people push you towards a direction that is bad. Don't let people determine your opinion. Don't even be dependent on someone's opinion, good or bad. Be you. Walk as an individual. So anytime you mingle with good or bad friends, just know that first of all, you're an individual, and if you're to be influenced, it better be influence that will push you towards your destination rather than pushing you towards your failure. So at the end of the day, make sure you're the influencer. You're improving other people. They're not pulling you down. If you're not the one improving them, they should be the ones improving you. Do not let people tell you that it's impossible. Do not let people tell you that you cannot do something. Oh, you cannot sell this many records. Oh, you cannot succeed as a musician. Or, man, poetry is not a good industry to get into. You can be able to succeed in whatever you choose as long as you become so consistent in it and do the right thing in terms of improving what you're good at. As long as you've chosen something you're great at. You see, Maya Angelou was a poet, and she's a legend, you know. Robert Frost, let's mention all those people. They were great poets, and it's because they were not hanging out with groups on Saturdays and Sundays or any time when they had free time. They were just hiding out there doing what they have to do to get ahead. Don't let people tell you it's impossible to win, impossible to become the lawyer you want to be. Don't let them say it's impossible for you to become the best doctor because you can't speak English or you cannot be fluent in a certain language, or maybe because they think you're poor in math. Don't let people tell you it's impossible. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it and if you focus well into it. Well, make sure you choose the things that are really true to you, things that you feel are really new, things that you know you can do without even getting paid, things that you know it's easy for you to be able to do, even when great challenges come along. So make sure you get to choose what you really feel like you love. People say that, yes, you can do what you don't like, but why do what you don't like all your life? I mean, you'll end up frustrated at the end of the day. I mean, you will succeed maybe in terms of finances, in terms of maybe accumulating wealth, but then are you going to be fulfilled? So it is important to do what you understand well and what you love to do. That way, even when the downs come about, you can still ride because you love what you're doing. You see, you have to make a choice of who you're going to be and how you're going to become that person. The secret is try to define that person that you want to become. See all the characteristics and elements that contain in that person that you want to become, and then work on becoming that person today. Start working today and don't stop. Keep persisting and persisting. Doing one thing and getting that one thing together and focusing on that one thing. We call it concentration of focus. It's like a laser beam. You focus on something so much like a laser beam that focuses on a piece of paper or metal until it cuts it, because it's so concentrated on one area. And that's how the mind works. Whatever you put your mind to and whatever you put your heart to will progress so well. You will grow in it. You'll become a master. And eventually, you yourself will become a masterpiece of this world. Make a choice to become that person who you know that you're just an individual and you can walk without any bad influence. Do the things that you believe in. Don't let other people sway you around into things that you know very well you don't believe in, things you know that will not benefit you. You don't have to join the army because all your friends are joining the military. No, you don't have to go smoking out there because all your friends are smoking. Because all the cute girls out there are going to the club, you don't have to go to the club. Because all the boys out there are drinking and have all the good girls, you don't have to go drink and have all the good girls and even try to be like them so that you can have all those good girls. In real sense, they're not good girls. In real sense, those guys are not cool. Just be you. Stay on your lane. I promise you, if you do these things that I just said from when you are young, when you're in high school especially, and when you're in college, you will succeed in whatever you focus on.